Hi guys. So today's vlog is going to be more of just me here talking because I'm going to just mix it up a little bit today. I am back on track. I kind of know exactly what went on yesterday, and I'd like to more explain it because the plan works different for everybody. And honestly, I knew yesterday pretty well the time that I made my dinner that I was like, oh, I'm so going to be gone the rest of the day. And part of that is there's two reasons. And I kind of want to talk about it because I feel like on here we can all relate. And if we can't necessarily relate on the same experience, we can relate with just the general conception of struggles when you're doing a diet and exercise plan. You can say lifestyle change, but it is a diet and exercise plan in reality to me. But anyway, I'm in my bathroom because Emmett's napping and I don't want to wake him. But kind of just discussing that. First reason is definitely hormones. And I know this to be true. I've done so much fertility stuff over the last 5 years that I can read my body pretty darn well. And I think that I'm going to get a cycle coming up, and right before your cycle, I don't get the during cycle cravings, I get the pre-cycle cravings. And then when my cycle comes, I don't really want to eat. I kind of have to force myself to because I get nauseous. So I think I have the pre-cycle stuff, and I just gave into it. And obviously what I said was the dinner. It wasn't like this wonderful, great dinner. I'm all about stretching your points. I'm also about making the points work for you. If you've noticed in several videos, I've spoken about making the points work for you. And that's because I have several friends who do Weight Watchers, and we all do it differently. And that's totally cool. As long as you're doing it the way you want to, and works for you, do that. For those of you watching, I've had an inbox saying, I'm going to try and eat everything you eat. And I'm like, if you don't like it, and if it doesn't work for you, don't do it. I make these videos just of my own experience and what kind of works for me. I received a comment, I forget the names and everything, but you'll know if you watch this, that somebody said, like, maybe most of the points are used on snacks. Yes, that's what works for me. Wouldn't work for everybody. But if I don't do that, I do not succeed. And I binge and binge and binge like every second day, because the nighttime is my bad time, no matter what. I make my meals work, though. On the days that I'm working it, I make it work. Like, I have my spaghetti meat sauce, an example. I have many things, but for dinner, and I'm totally satisfied. And then I have a snack, and then my day kind of goes breakfast, lunch, snack, supper, and usually 2 to 3 snacks at night. The reason this is, I'm not deprived at mealtime whatsoever. I made the mistake yesterday of making something that isn't entirely my favorite. Make food that you like. I'm not a big fan of frozen pizzas, so after I ate it, I was like, this is disgusting, and I kind of want more, and that was where I went wrong. But I have to do that in the evening. For me personally, my journey, and I've been on Weight Watchers long enough to know, I'm not just starting this. This isn't the beginning for me. This is like the 7th time I've been on it. And not because I failed every time, but because I was on it before, and the most I've kept the weight off even after not being officially on it. I was 220 pounds the first time I went on it, and I lost all the weight. I got pregnant with my son, but I only gained 9 pounds when I was pregnant. And kind of stayed between the 170-180 range the last 2-3 years. But that's a big difference from being back at 220. I never gained any of that back. I never went back there. So I know how to maintain. Partially. I don't think we're an expert at any of this. And I think that the only way, I think that as much as we can get guidance and ideas from everybody, like these sort of vlogs, and I watch so many of them myself and get ideas, but you need to do what works for you, too. Like, you need to do what your body wants, what your mind wants, what helps you mentally, what helps you physically. I know girls who, as I said, I have several friends on Weight Watchers, and one of them has like a 12-point breakfast every day. Now me, I find it a struggle to eat the 3 or 4-point breakfast, 5-point sometimes breakfast I make myself. I hate breakfast. I hate it. I force myself to eat it. You see me making it every day, I'm eating it, that's great. I hate it. I don't like breakfast. And I'm being real. I'm saying that again, I'm being real. I don't like breakfast. But I know if I don't wait until lunch, and I know if I don't wait until if I'm like, oh, I'll eat it later, I get too sick to my stomach, because obviously you should eat in the morning. So I force myself to eat that breakfast. It may not be this big massive thing, but it's what it is. But I really want to commend everybody. There's so many different things I want to say that I'm kind of just going on about, but I don't mind. And if you're watching, I apologize if you don't want to ramble, but today's vlog is a ramble. I just feel I've gotten so much support doing this that it's been absolutely wonderful. And I truly, really think you guys are so pushing in the good way of encouragement and positive feelings that I really want to thank you. Because me doing this is as much for myself as it is for kind of trying to... I find so many resources on ideas and stuff like that that I think, I wish somebody knew this. So if I mention something random in a video, such as a recipe and that, it's kind of like, hey, I have this. If anybody's interested, go ahead. If you're not, that's fine. And I really think this is really the only program that works, in my own opinion. Everything else you have to pay like big money for. And with this, you can eat what you choose. You're not stuck eating what a program is telling you is healthier. As much as your fruits and veggies are good, if you make the points work for you and what you like to eat, if you want to eat green, if you want to eat like, I don't know, if you're vegetarian, I'm trying to think of all the ways, and I can't, but you know what I mean. If you're this, that it works for any eating type you are, or what you think is healthy. Because as I've said 20 million times, healthy is relative. Healthy is what you think it is. If you think eating green is great, great. If you think vegetarian is great, great. If you like eating steak every night for supper, great. It's what you think it is. And I really want to encourage that too, because you get so many people going, well, you shouldn't eat that. No. Weight Watchers isn't about you shouldn't eat that. Weight Watchers is about, as long as it works for my points, I can eat whatever I want. And remember that.